and 91.7 FM. And I have...
Isn't that my line?
Yes, go ahead and say it.
WAPN, Holly Hill, WAPB, Madison.
This is the voice. This is the voice that is still on WAPN.
The face.
All these years later.
The face.
You have been part of WAPN. You've been the voice. You had the privilege of knowing Gordon and Erlene Lund.
I did. I think it was in this room where you had the computer over in the corner over here.
Back in the day.
1993.
Yeah. It's been a long time. Long time.
Certainly has.
Yeah. And you're still doing radio.
Totally blessed coming to WAPN in 1993. You, your dad, your mom, they bailed me out of a hard time when I came to Daytona Beach.
Well, it was funny because they, as in my dad and Johnny, they liked to do things while I was out of town. Every time I would go on vacation, look at he's laughing because he knows.
I remember.
Every time I would go out of town for my 1 week a year, I never knew what Gordy and Johnny would be up to. One year, do you remember you changed the entire automation system on me?
That wasn't me.
Oh wait. Because my dad's not here to defend himself. So, and tell us what happened.
It's hard to. Let me think. Well, yeah, you wanted to update the music. And we updated the music. And now listen to the music today. We were ahead of our time, I will tell you.
He also changed the entire automation system that I did not know how to work.
Oh my goodness.
And so I come back. The whole thing's been moved around. The two of them looked like they had deer with headlights on because they knew I was mad at them.
Yes.
And then they were supposed to train me. Well, we all know Gordy didn't train. So Johnny had to train me on how to do stuff. He had to put up with me. He's taught me radio. You know, I didn't go on the air for the radio station until my mom died 13 years ago.
Right.
I was always in the background, wasn't I, Johnny?
Right. And you know what? You do amazing work here.
I love it.
God bless you.
Well, I had to learn from the best, and then I had to, critique it and stay back in the background for a lot of years. And then when I was forced to go live, I was really, really scared, and I thought, what do you do? Like, what do you say? It's weird because you're in a room, there's no windows, a lot of times there's nobody with you, and you're like, what do you do? And then, I thought, you just talk from your heart, and you just share about life. And then it makes you a person.
Correct.
And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I think there's so many things in the world that are not personable or they don't care anymore, like businesses where they don't greet you anymore and say hi to you. And all. I think that people need to go back to saying hi and
Well, your
caring.
morning show, you did it. You nailed it.
Well, I hope so. That was the plan.
There's no doubt about that. It's when I get a chance to tune in, and you always have a smile on your voice, and that's wonderful.
Well, that's what I was taught. And so here we are all these years later, 40 years. Can you believe it?
It's hard to fathom. I remember coming here in 1993. There was no upstairs.
Nope.
It was just this little area down here. You had a metal box, I think, where the transmitter was out there.
Yeah, it was outside, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember all of that. And it had a mission, and the mission was to bless those who hear. And WAPN has done that for 40 amazing years. And so proud to be a part of it. Gordon and I, when I think it was before WAPB, we used to go on the weekends, drive to Lake City to
That was when WOLR.
OLR.
Yep.
Absolutely right. And we would leave on a Thursday night. I would sit on the phone all day Friday and get sponsors. And then we would drive back on Saturday, and he had that big camper.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
He used to drive that like a champion, let me tell you.
He could drive that like a Volkswagen. He could fit it anywhere. He could. That was because he had everything comfortable with him.
Exactly.
He had all his stuff with him, so he was good. But yeah, I think about what would he think of now. The transmitter now is probably 2 feet by 1 foot. Before it was like, 20 feet by 10 feet, back in the day.
Right.
We were started out in that little yellow shack out back, and then we got to move downstairs, and then now we have the upstairs, and now you don't, you stream everything, and you don't even have music in your hands anymore. You're downloading, and your technology. And
I remember like all those cassette machines.
I know. Oh, remember that? That was our automation system,
Correct.
remember?
Yeah.
Crazy. I know.
The times, they haven't changed, but one thing hasn't, and that's walking in faith.
Yeah. That's for sure. You know, people say, you've changed a lot here, Shell. And I go, I have. But, you know, the purpose of WAPN to win souls to Christ and to pray for people.
It stayed the same.
The walls might have changed, and we might got different flooring, and, you know, the music might have changed. The automations have changed. But faithfulness, you know, that was the last thing my mom said to me before she died, that I was faithful. And I thought, yeah, I guess I am, because I always show up. But I never realized what faithful meant until she died.
Correct.
You know, it's funny that you think that you know something about something. And, you know, I used to think, well, my dad just was a visionary, okay, that he didn't really do anything. But if we wouldn't have had his vision, we wouldn't have had WAPN.
Had nothing. No.
Right. And then my mom was the prayer warrior, you know, and we didn't have her. We wouldn't be here all these years later, because, you know, it's quite a thing to be on the air as a nonprofit radio station 40 years later.
It's amazing. And we know who's in charge.
Yep.
And that's God.
Yep.
There's no doubt about it.
Yep.
And in the world that we live in today, the things that we're seeing that's going on in this world, WAPN is certainly a beacon of light, you know, for these trying times that our nation and the world is going through right now.
Yeah. But I'm glad that we're here. I'm glad that we get to do all the craziness. And so today we're just reminiscing and remembering. And, you know, I'm so encouraged. Like, we just had the, you know, somebody in here that donated the backdrop. It's so pretty just to come by and take a picture. And then we have the people that are doing all the pictures for us, the photo booth. So they'll be here in a minute. And I wanted sweet potatoes, and we couldn't get them.
I heard that when I was driving in.
Yeah, and they just delivered. And that lady just brought, Sherry just brought sweet potatoes. She made sweet potatoes. I was like, oh my goodness. So God always knows the desire of your heart.
Oh, I'm telling you. And I wanted to share with those who are listening this morning, you know, I had left Daytona Beach area in 2009. I went back up to Chicago for various reasons. And I met a lady by the name of Debbie in 2010. We were together for 10 years, and, you know, she was a breast cancer survivor.
Yep.
Well, in 2019, she started complaining of headaches. And we went back to the doctor to find out that the cancer had metastasized. He said, really, you know, don't worry about it. She's got about 2 or 3 more years to go. That was in July, and she passed away on December 9th of 2019 at 2:50 p.m. in my arms. And you prayed, you know, for Debbie.
I remember.
You know, and on her last breath, I raised her hand, and I said, Lord, welcome her to the party.
Yep.
She did a job well done.
Yep.
Same thing with my mom in 2018 on July 3rd. And it's crazy how you remember this. 7:20 p.m., Northwest Community Hospital in Arlington Heights. She said, son, I'm not feeling too good. I've never felt this way before. So I hopped into the bed next to her. My sister was 30 miles away. My brother was 40 miles away. And I said, come here, Mom. I put my arm around her. She looked at me. She said, I love you. Took her last breath. I did the same thing, raised her hand. That was hard. So I kept saying to myself, Lord, why me?
No, I remember the text I sent out the day my mom died. I said, she's in glory.
Yeah.
You know, and can you imagine the party they're having now?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm thankful that we've got to pray for the people that have, you know, have gone, and we did get to pray for them, and we know they're there waiting for us, and we'll get to be in glory one day.
And what was very nice to see is both of them, including my dad, too, who passed away in 2011, their last breaths were so peaceful.
Well, we all want that peace.
Yeah,
we all want that peace.
And you know what? They're looking down on us because I know. There's stories.
They know we're partying
There
today.
are stories I can tell.
Oh, we're not going to tell all those today.
Stories I can tell.
We're not telling
But
all
it's
those
so
today.
nice to see you.
It's nice
It's
seeing
been a
you.
while. You know, I injured myself a couple of years ago.
But I think the food just arrived. So did the food just arrive? It's arriving? Okay, the food is arriving.
Yummy.
Yeah.
Well, come on out here, folks.
Yep, 1508 State Avenue in Holly Hill, and come meet Johnny.
Bless WAPN. What did you say? $1 a year for 40 years?
$40.
Did you get mine?
Yes, I did. Thank you for yours was a little bit more than 40. Thank you. All right.
Thank you
I
for
love
everything.
you. Thanks for coming in.